Hello everyone, it's pleasure to welcome here. So I hope you guys in a good condition today. So now I'm going to present a material. It is about evaluation of students' feedback by Elaine Hunt and Mike Rowe. But as usually, before that, let me allow to introduce myself. My name is Kadek Ristanti Pramudya. I'm from 3F class. So next. Okay, we are going to the first slide. It is about the introduction. As usually, we discuss first about the background of this study. So, in this study, as you can see from the title before, it is about the feedback and evaluation. So, we can realize we as a students and also uh, as a teachers, as student and as a teacher, the feedback is a very important thing in learning because without a feedback or for example without feedback from a teacher, we as a student we never know about what we do it is correct or wrong. Yeah, it is something like that. So it is about the feedback, so we talk about the feedback. So it is also the feedback also important to a teacher because without a feedback from student, the teacher also never know about are they success in teaching their student or not. So that's about the feedback. So the feedback is very important. So the feedback and the evaluation program has been accepted attention in recent time. So, public accountability gives a content about the higher education now operates with the aims to increase the comprehension about the experience of education and to show the effectiveness of education now provisioned by the feedback from students and use the evaluation program as a part of process gather the information of feedback. So next, besides that, the feedback also used as a tools to increase the development of student experience in education. So the experience in education is also very important to students that who want to continue their to continue their learning in the university. So the teachers also the teacher have to pay attention of this um, yeah of this case because the feedback is very important also for teachers. So uh, because of the teacher is the person that very affect very affect a student in school. So the teacher have to know about the feedback or about what actually the students needs in learning. Okay, so because of this case, this study the aim because of this study, the researchers doing this study. So what is the aims of this study? The aim is to offer same support and encouragement for tutor or teacher who are thinking about the evaluation process at course or model level, and also the feedback is very important to the development of education. So next. Okay, the next we are going to talk about the theory. So this theory related to the feedback. So as I said before, the feedback is a very important thing in learning process. The feedback also important to a teacher and also to students. So according to Dinham 2002 and 2007A and 2007B, they say that studies of effective teaching and learning have shown that the students want to know where they have to stand in regards to their work. So it is mean that the student really need a feedback from teacher. For example, when they do the assignment the teacher have to give student feedback to know about what the student do is wrong or correct. So the feedback is very important. So besides that, according to Fletcher Wood 2018, they say that the feedback can help teacher and student in learning and can improve their relationship. So yeah, that's all about the theory, the feedback. That's all about the theory of feedback. So next, we are going to talk about the method. So in this research, the study used questionnaire method. The questionnaire method. So besides, the study also used the methodology. The methodology name is action research. So this methodology, a very very a good methodology according to the Zaburs carried to carried 1992. This methodology has been defined as collaborative inquiry by academic in their teaching practice their students problems in their teaching practice, and also this methodology also can help to solve their the students problems. So next, um, this methodology or this model introduced firstly to the BA and the Developing Learning in Accounting and Finance, or DLAF. This methodology also used to increase critical thinking and also to increase student performance in learning. Um, the study also used the participant. The participant is 110 students. Um, so yeah, that's about the participant. So next, after they how to after they after they find the methodology and how the study implement how the study implemented the 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 methodology by using by doing the evaluation student feedback. They evaluate a student feedback. The first they evaluate by use the questionnaire, uh, and then they asked a student um, to answer the questionnaire by agree or disagree. So in the student feedback questionnaire agree and disagree, um, the participant the study used 110 a student, but but the questionnaire completed during the lecture by 61 students of 110 students. So in this questionnaire, the study used 20 question or 20 statement. And it's meant that the 49 students don't answer the questionnaire. And then in 23rd 20 and I'm sorry and 23% of 61 students respond show disagree. So it is mean that the student feedback questionnaire in agree and disagree get a negative response. And the second is student feedback questionnaire by opening the question. So in this questionnaire, the study using DLAF model. So in the the content of the questionnaire is about using DLAF models, and a lot of students respond that they haven't found the useful of the DLAF model in the learning. So in the third is response about feedback of yours. So the study evaluate the student respond about the feedback of year. So the result is a lot of students feel difficult and tired in responding to feedback. And then the fourth is evaluate uh, student feedback in defining learning questions. So a lot of students also say that learning in way consider very contrast with the DLAF outcomes. So they assume that DLAF, uh, the the learning by using the DLAF is not um, not a good. So in the five is a structured group discussion. In the structured group discussion, the study also used about the study also talked about the issues raised in the student response of feedback, and then uh, the study also allowed the staff to gain closure about understanding the material that they explained before in yeah, to students. So next, the second evaluate, they evaluate the student feedback. They evaluate using ongoing feedback. So in the ongoing feedback, there are three contexts, or they use three tools to get the feedback information, or to get the feedback from the students. The first is they use the learning diary. So in the learning diary, they use the qualitative feedback, which describe about student experience during the course and also increasing the educational process. So in the second is a staff email. The study used the staff email to get the feedback and also to get the information. So in this, the staff used the email uh, to give the feedback to the students and also to discuss it with their friends about the module and their experience. And then the third is a student email. So the student used the email. I'm sorry. The study get the student feedback from the student's email. For example, this email used to interact with each other and with their tutor to send message in the workshop group. So the student use this email to interact with each other and also to interact with their workshop group. So yeah, that's about the method. So next we are going to talk about the result. What is the result of this study? This result based on the evaluate uh, based on the evaluate that the study did before, right? The result is the first in the student feedback questionnaire. The result show a lot of students uh, from 110 students. Uh, the student just the student attend oh I'm sorry the participant attend the class just in 61 student of 110. So it is mean that the lecturer less important than seminar attendance, and also the student less important than seminar attendance. And then the some of students also not sure about their choice of courses. So that's the result of the students feedback questionnaire. The second is student feedback open question. The result is many positive response about the first years generally. So in the student feedback open question, a lot of students give a positive response. So the third is about the student focusing group. In this student focusing group, the results show that a lot of students unanswered the questionnaire and almost no one attended the class. So it is mean that the student give a negative response to this this questionnaire. So the fourth is workshop tutorial discussion. So in the workshop discussion, there are a leader from the ALF, the leader from yeah, the leader from the LAF, yeah, right? The leader from the ALF. They explain clearly about the questionnaire and allow staff to understanding more about material that unexplained. So the five in the student reflective learning diaries, a lot of students use the diaries generally, and then they say that this diaries is very good in learning, is very good used in learning, and also generally diaries utilized. And then the sixth is a mild correspondence staff to students. And the results show that a lot of students chasing up work and they feel apologizing if they don't attend the class. And then the seventh is the last result is email correspondence staff to staff. So the staff used email, and then a lot of positive response about the LAF as a teaching experience. Okay, that's all about the results, and next we are going to talk about the conclusion. So what is the conclusion? So the conclusion is the feedback is very important to student and also to teacher, because without feedback the student and teacher, without feedback uh, from teacher, the student never know about what they do, uh, is it wrong or correct. And also the feedback also important for teacher, because the feedback is so important for teacher, because without feedback the teacher never know about our day success in a teaching student. So the beside that, this study is we can see from the result that showed almost all of the response said negative about the feedback of the students. For the evaluation, accountability have negative response because it can be seen it it can be seen as imposition, demanding time and effort from staff get a little benefit. So it is also gives a little development in increasing student scores. Okay, that's all about the conclusion. So yeah, that's all about my presentation today, and I hope you guys got the point of this presentation. And the last word I would like to say, thanks for your attention. Thank you. Bye bye.